Welcome friends to your channel Tech Management Education. As we are running a program on Six Sigma, so this is our third lecture. So far we have discussed what is Six Sigma and what is average, what is standard deviation, why Six Sigma process is better than Three Sigma, Four Sigma or One Sigma, and what are the once each sigma is the value from mean to individual standard deviations. So these things we have discussed. So from this earlier lectures we came to know that Six Sigma process is the better process where maximum 3.4 defects per 1 million opportunities. 1 million opportunities means not 1 million products. Like one product can have 10 defects. So 10 defects. So 1 lakh product will have 10 million opportunities. 1 million opportunities. Like if we have 10 defects per product, so products have 1 million opportunities. So in Six Sigma process we don't talk about quality per product, we talk about defects per opportunities. This is much more bigger scale. We don't want to escape any kind of defects. Like one product, we are making one block, carbon block or anything. So it has visual defects, it has dimensional defects, it has chemical defects, it has process parameter defects, strength defects, and internal parameter defects. So if we define it, that 10 kinds of defects can be found or identified in one product. So if you have 1 lakh products with 10 defects, then it will be 1 million. So our Six Sigma process, what is that? 3.4 defects per million opportunities. So 3.4 defects. This is Six Sigma process. So if you go for Five Sigma, Four Sigma, this is defects are much more higher, in thousands, in lakhs per this. So this is the minimum out of Six Sigma, Five Sigma, all processes. Okay. So you get a fair idea. This is very minimum defects per these things. Now this defect is minimum. How we are this is how to make sense. Like often we talk about our system is 99% foolproof system. If we talk about 99% foolproof system, so 1% error is there. And Six Sigma, it is 3.4 defects per million opportunities. So to make a sense how improved my system is in case of Six Sigma in 99%, here few examples are there. Then we will come to know that 99% system foolproof system is not sufficient for many applications. There are many applications where we can manage with 99%, but there are some critical applications or some cost effective, high cost demanding system or service that there we cannot afford to have 99%. We should have Six Sigma process. Like when babies are born, doctor used to lift, nurses used to lift by leg. So sometimes babies gets dropped. So in around it is seen that 1,50,000 newborn babies dropped by doctors and nurses if my system is 99%. So you can imagine how severe it is. 99% means you are dropping 1,50,000 babies. Whereas in case of Six Sigma, it is less than 38 newborn babies. So even this is coming very serious. We should not be dropped. We should not be dropped a single baby because it will affect his or her body severely. So from these two examples, if my system is so critical, so important, then 99% means huge defects. 1,50,000 babies, and it is 38. So if we achieve 38 babies, less than 38, Six Sigma process. If you go beyond Six Sigma, then it is much more better. Okay. So this is this is examples I am giving to sensitize you how Six Sigma or 99% is different. 99% means only 1% defect. But in case of some critical cases, even 99% is not good. We should go for Six Sigma or higher. No electricity for 100 hours each year. 100 in each year, 100 hours of electricity shutdown. Can we afford today's life where everything is run on electricity? We cannot afford 100 hours of shutdown. Like in case of Six Sigma, this is 5 minutes in 5 years. And so in many countries or many states, government claim that we are having 24 hours, 365 days electricity. So that can be achievable by if we follow this Six Sigma process in our power system, distribution system, or our electricity management. If they follow Six Sigma process for defect identification and foolproofing of system, then we can achieve this. And if we are satisfied with 99%, then we will end up with 100 hours each year. Like while landing flight, so it can be a smooth landing or it can be a rough landing. So every one of us prefer a smooth landing, no jerk. So if we process 99%, then 10 long or short landing per day. So 10 long landing or very short landing. So it is not desirable. If we follow Six Sigma process in landing, so one long or short landing per year. It will be per year. Okay. So in a year, one or two short landing. So this is most desirable situation. So most of the airlines, they follow their process, their checklist, so that Six Sigma can be achieved. Because airline or other critical industries, we cannot afford single defects in millions of operations. So you can easily, like other 20 railway accidents per day. Some derailing or other accidents, many accidents are being happening. If we are satisfied with 99%, then 20-30 accidents per day can happen. If we follow Six Sigma or other best processes, we can have one railway accidents or less than this in a year. So from this, we have a fair idea why Six Sigma. It's not because Six Sigma. If you run Six Sigma process, it is a culture building process. It's not we will buy some tool and start the process. It's a culture building process. It's a long-term process. So if we should aim for Six Sigma in a critical businesses or critical applications or where service is very critical to safety and like babies and hospitals and all these things. So this is a base. Means why Six Sigma? Why not 99% or any other process? There are many processes which can run with 99% low value process, where impact is less. Where impact is more, we cannot afford to have 99% or 99.5% also. We should go for Six Sigma to have very minimum defects, even negligible defects, so that customers will have better reliability on our products or services. So I think I'm able to express that why Six Sigma, why not 99%. So this is a very critical understanding because people generally are satisfied with 99% or some kind of these things. Okay, but if you go for a mass production or mass services scales in a bigger scale, then this will generate huge defects, huge error in the system, which can lead into a mass wastage of money, wastage of manpower, even safety hazards, accidents. So this is Six Sigma. So broadly, For this reason, we should be very careful about our system design of our process, culture building of our team, to learn Six Sigma, to practice Six Sigma, everything. Thank you. Hope this is clear for Six Sigma. And if you like my channel, you subscribe my channel and press the like button. Thank you.